I remember when I first went back to school, I was 25 years old and I was very intimidated because most of my contemporaries were much younger, and I thought, wow, I'm really behind the curve here. But before I knew it, I was, 29 years old, I was finished with my bachelor's degree, and I had a great deal of life experience.
As soon as you come out, you know you're gonna go home. And as soon as you get there, you need to start figuring out where it is that you wanna go next.
I will say that a lot of other veterans that I speak to are really afraid of going to school because they don't know that they have what it takes to get through school.
I think a lot of veterans don't necessarily go back to school in a timely fashion because they don't realize that the opportunity is there for them.
Veterans have a lot of programs that they can tap into, specifically in education, that's going to prepare them to better transition back into society and be productive.
After a few years in the military, I was like, okay, you know what? Sitting in a classroom right now and actually learning something would be the most fun thing I can imagine right now.
I noticed that the people who were in leadership positions had advanced degrees, and I felt that piece was missing from my education. So I decided to come back and get my MBA.
From however far back I can remember, I've always known I wanted to be an artist. The military kind of felt like a stepping stone on that path. So I felt like this chapter in my life is done. It's time to move on and become an artist finally.
Schools are opening their arms and bringing veterans back because they realize that the skill sets that we bring from being in the military makes us excellent students.
Anytime we do like group projects or anything like that, and if there's a veteran in that group, usually that veteran will take charge and be like, all right, this is what we need to do. Let's divide up these tasks and get it done.
Our student veterans are much more mature. They know what they want. They've experienced incredible things in their lifetime. And so they come back much more focused and much more serious about their studies. It is such a joy to be able to work with them.
Going back to school and getting education is going to open up the doors that need to be opened if you want to make a good living. And I feel like the schools are very receptive and very open to accepting veterans in because they want to give back, because veterans have given so much.
It's very important that we welcome them back, get them into school, and let them continue on their lives, because it's also a fruitful benefit to have them enter the workforce as educated and prepared as possible.
They fulfill their duty to serve us. We have to fulfill our duty to serve them.